up and she taps on the window pane and then does one of these. So I do one of these. I said, baby. Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, I am Jamila or Jamila Johari. And today we're gonna do a quick little story time. So the question was, have you all worked a job for just one day and quit? So I did hold a job for just one day. So my first day starts and I actually didn't have a car at the time. Yeah. I didn't have a car at the time. So my dad volunteers to drive, because normally I would have just drove either my sister's car or my mom's car or something like that. But my dad said, no. He was like, I'll take you. I said, okay. And if you know my dad, that's just, he's not the volunteering type. Like, he'll do something that you ask, but he's definitely not gonna volunteer. So I thought it was strange, but I was like, okay, Dad, no problem. So we pull up to the place and he asked me, you sure this is a good fit for you? I said, so now I'm annoyed. I'm like, yes, Dad, I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm grown. That's what, I'm grown. I know what I'm doing. I'm
grown. Okay.
I know. He said, what time is break? So I tell him like noon, because that's what they told me. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'm gonna bring you some lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have that type of dad. Like, my dad bringing me lunch without asking? Okay.
Call me when you get home. Okay.
Yeah, if you say so. I looked at him, I said, okay, Dad. All right. He's like, okay, well, have a good day. Again, he was like, call me if anything goes wrong. I'm like, what? I was like, okay, Dad. So I get out the car and then I proceed to go in, I check in, and then I meet with the manager. So let's say the manager's name is Becky. Becky was pleasant enough, and Becky like shows me around the facility, and then she tells me that I'll be shadowing somebody. Let's say that the person I'm shadowing, her name is gonna be Karen. Yeah, so I'm shadowing Karen. So Becky tells me that I'll be with Karen. She also gives me like my work schedule, like the times that I have. She tells me I'll get 2 15s and then a 30-minute lunch. And she tells me what time to take them. I said, okay, no problem. So as I get with Karen starts showing me around. Everything's at warp speed. She's like, I mean, we're 2-timing it down the hallway. I'm like, I'm breaking a little sweat. I'm like, why are we moving so quickly? And she basically just tells me that that's kind of like the pace that they work at. I said, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, girl, I just got my hair done. I don't move that fast. Hold on now. But if this is the pace that they at, if that's the type of work I'm just going to take it in and I'm going to do whatever she does. So the first room that we go in, she shows me like what we have to do. It was something simple. It was like changing out trays that the person ate. And then from there, she was just like, we like go in, we tidy up, we go out, and that's it. She said it's different things for different patients. After the first room, Karen walks me through one other room. So this one was more hands-on. Like, she was like, sometimes we have to ask what they want. We might have to bathe them. So I'm like, bathe them? I didn't know that was in... I didn't know that was part of the job. Karen whips around and tells me, like, yeah, you didn't know? No, Karen, I didn't know. Okay, calm down. I didn't know, Karen. I did not know. Oh, so then we move along. We're going at warp speed. I'm barely catching what she's doing. She's just kind of like more so showing and telling. It's like a show and tell demonstration. Like, that's it. Again, that's it. We go out of the room. And then from there, she was just like, all right, so these are your rooms that you're going to do, and these are my rooms. Huh? I said, I thought we were supposed to be shadowing each other. What?
She was like, you look confused.
I said, I am confused because I thought I was going to be shadowing.
Oh, she was like, well, this is a part of shadowing.
I guess in no way, shape, or form, you do this and I do this, and then we come together at the end. I was so perplexed. So the first room, she was like, well, these are your rooms. I go into a room. This lady is like, she had like a little bout of dementia. She's yelling at me, an older lady, telling me to get out. I am so off guard. I don't know really what to do. Everything in her room looks straightened up. That's all I've been doing. Like, I've seen her straighten up the rooms, Karen. So I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? So I just sat down. I was confused. I was like, what am I doing? In walks another person who had already worked there, and it was a girl named Erica. Erica was a younger worker there. And Erica kind of said, she was like, hey, how you doing? And I said, at this point, I'm slightly annoyed. I said, I'm fine. She was just like, oh, they stuck you with Karen? I said, yeah. And she was like, how's she treating you? I thought that was a strange question to ask. I said, I guess normal, I don't know. She was like, mm-hmm. She was like, watch out. I don't really know what she's talking about. I'm just like, you know, I'm just trying to do my job and get to lunch because I'm annoyed. So Erica leaves. A couple rooms down, I guess I wasn't going as quick as I should have. Karen comes in.
And she's like, what are you doing? Like, you weren't moving quickly enough. Like, I'm already done with 5 rooms. You're still in room 2.
Karen, please, okay? You're annoying me now. Like, I don't say anything, but I'm annoyed. It's visibly apparent. Ugh. I said, okay, there's nothing else for me to say at this point. Because I'm gonna go the pace that I'm going. This is my first freaking day. So, I literally am counting down the minutes until it's time for my 15-minute break. My 15-minute break kind of comes and goes. I look at the time, and then I type Karen. I said, hey, honey. I said, my 15 minutes passed. I never got them. I said, you know, Becky told me that I get them at a certain times.
Karen was like, oh, that doesn't happen often. If we're busy, you don't get your 15 minutes.
Huh? If I'm busy, I don't get my 15 minutes. I don't say anything again, because now I'm fuming. And I know if I let it out, it'll be far too much for anyone to handle or for me to like recap. And I'm like, I need this job. I need this job. That's what I keep thinking. Like, I need the bread. Like, I just need to like stick it out. We end up going to lunch. So I tell Karen, I said, it's lunchtime. I go up to her. I said, now it's time for lunch and I need a lunch. I can't help you if you're busy or not. I need a lunch now. I'm hungry and I'm tired. So she was just like, oh. And she looks at the time.
She's like, oh, what time is your lunch?
I said, now. Actually, 5 minutes later, I'm taking the whole lunch. I need my lunch. I need some time to think and reset. Okay?
She was like, okay. She was just like, well, you know where the lunchroom is?
I said, I do. Mind you, we can't have our phone on the floor. So I was so excited. I was able to call my boyfriend and kind of vent to him. Like, he had been texting me the whole time. Like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? Tell me how work is. Just concerned. Again, I didn't have a car, so typically I would have taken, you know, gone out to the car or gone somewhere for lunch, but I didn't have a car. So I just sat in like the little lunchroom that they had or break room, and I was on the phone. Baby, I hate it. I'm like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so sad. I'm flustered. He's like, I told you you would. Like, I told you you would. He was like, this is not the type of job that you need to get. He was like, I never even heard you talk about this type of job. He was like, this job is not meant for you. Maybe you should just, you know, call it a day. And I said, I was like, baby, I don't want to quit. I was like, I want to have a job so my mom won't trip, and, you know, I am at the house and I do need my own funds. I was like, I need to get a car, like a whole 9 yards. He was like, okay. As I'm talking to him on the phone, the room it's one of the rooms, like, it's like a fishbowl. It has all the clear windows. I had been sitting down to 5 to 7 minutes on my break. Mind you, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. Why do I see Karen like this? I'm like, I'm on the phone like, I don't know who she looking for. She comes up and she taps on the window pane and then does one of these. So I do one of these. I said, baby, I said, there go the Karen girl. I said, she looking for somebody. He's like, I wonder who she looking for. We're both like, I don't know what's going on. Do you know the Karen was looking for me? She proceeds to come into the lunchroom to tell me that she needs me. What, Karen? What? Why? I said, excuse me? She literally comes in and she's like,
Hi, Jamila, yeah, we need you. I need you right now.
I said, oh my God. I said, well, it seemed like it was an emergency, so I get up to see what she needs. I didn't mean that I was going to get up from my lunch. Not that I had a lunch. I was just sitting there because actually my dad was supposed to bring me lunch. And I said, oh, okay, what's the emergency? She was like, oh, she's like, I just need you to come with me. I said, I'm on my lunch, Karen. She was
just like, yeah, if it's an emergency and I need you to come with me, you have to come with me now.
And I was like, what? Okay. So I said, hold on, let me end my phone conversation. So I went back in just to privately hang up with my boyfriend. Do you know Karen was on my heels, followed by? I mean, I do an about turn. She does it too. I said, Karen, I will meet you out in the hallway. I need to finish this conversation with my man, okay? Thank you. And she like stood there for like half a second. I was like, okay, this is about to go real ugly. And then she went out, she waited in the hallway, and she stared at me through the fishbowl. I said, baby, let me call you back. He said, why? What's wrong? He said, it's 30 minutes. I said, she's making me go back. He was like, man. I said, I can't do this right now. I'll talk to you later. So I followed her upstairs, only for there not to be an emergency. She just wanted to get her rooms finished. I was like, and this couldn't, in my head, I didn't say it to her, but that couldn't have waited? I'm confused. So fast forward, we're in another room. I'm so fed. I'm sitting down. I just sit down on one of the beds. I'm in an elderly person's room. She's watching TV. The room is spotless, or maybe it was a little dirty. I don't care at this point because I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. And frankly, I don't even want to. I'm going to leave and that's it. Period. So in walks Erica, the girl from earlier. So Erica like, you good in here? So now I have an attitude. No, Erica, I am not. She kind of just laughs it off and she says, She said, they stuck you with Karen. She was like, and Karen work you like a Hebrew slave. I said, what? How she? Yeah, she is. I said, how do you know that? Erica, how did you know? And basically, Erica goes on to tell me that she works everybody new like that. She works them over doubly as hard. One, because they don't know any better. That them not knowing any better, yeah, that's me. And then two, because if she finishes her rooms, which she called me on my break to help her finish, then she gets to leave early and she still gets paid for the full time. Oh, hell no. I said, we got to stop this. We must stop this right now. So now I'm livid. I said, oh no. So I come out in the hallway. I'm looking because I'm like, this can't happen. I'm fuming at this point. If luck would have it, as soon as I poke my head in the hallway, and I guess I wear my feelings on my sleeve, my heart on my sleeve. I'm an open book. You know when something's upsetting me or I'm annoyed, irritated, sad, happy, mad, glad, okay? So Becky spots me and down the hallway, she takes like 2 strides off. She's like, what's wrong? What's going on? And I just tell her like, I'm just so tired and exhausted. I'm dehydrated. I haven't had a moment of rest. I didn't get my 15. I didn't even get my lunch. I am exhausted. I'm overworked. And I was like, and I'm alone. Like I'm lost. And she says, you're alone? Becky said, what? She's like, first of all, where's the person you're supposed to be shadowing? Where's Karen? I said, Karen left me a while ago. And she pulled me off of my lunch and she refused to let me have my first 15. She said, excuse me? She looks at the time. I've been there at least 6 hours by this time. Okay, maybe not 6 hours, but close enough. You know what I mean? You know, it had been like 4.5, 5 hours for sure, you know? Whatever the case may be, I should have had my 15 and my lunch by then. So she was basically, Becky was pissed. And she was like, this is not how we do things. This is not how we operate. She was like, let me go get Karen right now. So she reads Karen's her rights and she says it in front of Karen. She said, she's going to lunch. Do not interrupt her whatsoever. And she said, start your lunch over. She said, do your full hour. Because, you know, I told you I did 2 15s and 30. She's like, just combine them. She's like, I want you to sit for an hour. She's like, do not let anybody interrupt you. You will not be pulled off. And she looks at Karen and I look at Karen and then I say, and I go downstairs to have my lunch, right? So rewind, I was telling you my dad said he was going to bring me a lunch. So I realized because I can't have my phone on the floor, my dad had been calling and texting. Well, he actually called once, but I was on the phone with my man. So I didn't answer the phone. So I ended up calling him back and I was like, hey dad. And he was like, what's going on? And he was like, you sound sad. I was just like, I just don't like it. He said, well, I brought you a lunch. I said, oh, thanks, Dad. I was like, are you close? And he was like, yeah, I'm in the parking lot. I was like, oh, okay. Because it was just unusual. I had already told him my lunchtime, and this is now past my lunchtime. So he was still in the parking lot? Slightly suspicious. But I said, okay, no problem. So I came up there, my dad had a lunch for me, and I sat in the car and I was eating, it was just quiet. And then he said, you ready to go? I said, what do you mean? He said, you want to quit? I said, God, yes. How did you know? How did you know? God, yes. I was like, how did you know that? He said, that ain't the job for you. You've never done manual labor. And he said, and they work you so hard, it's ridiculous. He said, those type of jobs work you harder than an actual nurse or a doctor. He was like, and then they don't pay you anything. He was just like, and I know because you don't know the ropes. He was like, they'll take advantage of you. He was like, so do you want to quit? And I said, yes, I do want to quit. He was like, okay. So go get your things, period. And I said, you ain't got to tell me but once. I said, hold on, because I got to drop this stuff off. I had all my little scrubs on. Goodbye. So I went in there. I left my lunch in the car. I ran back inside. I changed. And then I had the scrubs. And I told the lady, I dropped them off at the front desk. And the girl at the front desk was like, hi, can I help you? I said, no, not really. And she said, well, you left scrubs here. Sure did. And she was just like, well, I don't take scrubs. I said, you do today. This is my last day. Bye-bye. She was like, should I call anybody for you? I said, if you want to, I won't be answering. See you later, okay? And that was it. Bye, girl. Bye. So, if I'm really honest, I probably spent no more than 6 hours, probably closer to 4 to 5-ish. In there, and then I had to go. It wasn't even a full 8-hour shift. I couldn't do it anymore. I had to leave. It's not my fault. I'm a good person. I deserve better than that. Karen really tried it. And I felt really bad because Becky called me later and was like apologetic and trying to figure out what was going on. She left a voicemail. I never responded. Hated that job. Had to go. Would not recommend. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay, they still paid me for my time though, and I appreciate that. You didn't have to because I was never coming back. Never. But that is my story. So please tell me what you think in the comments below. All statements are true and factual, unfortunately. Again, tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.